buddy, you got a dead cat in there or what?
Fuck you, asshole.
The Terminator is one of those films that just holds up. This film came out 40 years ago, but the story and visual effects are so good that you could re-release this film today, and I'm 100% sure that everyone will eat this right up, just like I'm about to right now. So let's hop into this recap. The movie opens up in Los Angeles in the year 2029, and I know back then in 1984, 2029 seemed like light years away, but now it's only like 5 years away, and James Cameron might have been on to something, because we already have the robots that'll probably start taking over the world any day now. All we missing is the flying cars. I'm ready for them flying cars.
I'm ready.
No, you ain't.
Back to the film, we're viewed with the war that is taking place before cutting to Los Angeles in 1984 at 1:52 a.m. to be exact. We see this man working when out of nowhere this bolt of lightning strikes down and a naked Terminator appears, and old boy don't stop to ask no questions or do no unnecessary snooping. He just get out his truck and get gone.
I'm out of here.
The Terminator gets up and starts observing the town, and man, Arnold is ripped. It don't matter how many times I see this film, this man get bigger and bigger every time. I wonder what his workout routine is. We cut to some street thugs that notice the Terminator walking their way. He asks for their clothes, but one of the guys questions him, so he does this.
Your clothes. Give them to me, now.
Fuck you, asshole!
Boy, the way I would have turned into a stripper so fast, like man, here, take my clothes. We then cut to an alleyway and see another bolt of lightning. This time, it's a naked Kyle Reese. He steals the pants of a homeless man and is spotted by the police, who begin to chase him. He manages to lose them as well as steal some clothes, shoes, and a cop gun. He then runs to a phone booth and goes through the phone book looking for the name Sarah Connor. We then cut to the next scene and get introduced to the Sarah Connor. She's headed to work where she has to deal with rude customers and badass kids.
Coffee now, please. Yes, sir. Okay, who gets the burly beef? I ordered barbecue beef. I think that's mine, but I didn't know what to fry. Barbecue beef. Mine's the chili beef deluxe. Okay, who gets the burly beef?
Nice going, kid. How to give you the tip?
I hate kids! Kids are brats! Kids are stupid! I hate kids! Ask them questions! Stupid kids! I hate kids a lot! Dumb.
Now we see the Terminator stealing a car and robbing a gun shop. He must have played Grand Theft Auto before they sent him back in time. He then goes to check the phone book and pulls up to this house, knocks on the door, and does this.
Sarah Connor.
Yes.
This man is a menace to society. He needs to be dealt with.
Trust you will be dealt with. Period.
We go back to Sarah, and one of her co-workers shows her the news report of the killing of the woman who was just terminated by the Terminator, who happened to have the same name as her, because for some reason, she thought that this was funny. We go to the police office and get made aware of the multiple women with the name Sarah Connor who have been murdered. It's now later that night, and Sarah and her co-worker, who are also roommates, are getting ready for a night out, but her friend gets a call from her boyfriend, who comes over, and Sarah's date cancels, so she heads out on her own. While out, Sarah sees a news report reporting the death of the two women named Sarah Connor.
2 hours ago, 35-year-old Sarah Ann Connor was pronounced dead at the scene. Sarah Louise Connor was slain by a lone gunman earlier today in her home.
And man, the way I would have packed my bag so fast, you know what? I wouldn't have even packed my bags. I would have just dipped out, because ain't no way I would have stayed in town knowing that I was more than likely next on the chopping block.
I'm out of here.
Sarah then rushes out and sees a mysterious man, which frightens her, so she runs to a nearby club. We cut back to her friend and her boyfriend, who's just gotten done clapping cheeks. She goes to fix some food, and while she's gone, the Terminator breaks in, and well...
Whoa! Don't make me bust you up, man!
After he terminates them both, the voice message comes on and he's made aware that this isn't Sarah Connor, it's Ginger. Then Sarah leaves another voice message letting it be known where her location is, so you already know he pulled up quick.
And if these bitches talking that shit, I'll pull up on a bitch.
The Terminator is about to kill Sarah, but luckily Reese is there and shoots him. The shot doesn't kill him, but it does buy them some time to get away. After they get away, they get into this cool chase scene.
I'm Reese. Sergeant TechCom, BN 38416, assigned to protect you. You've been targeted for termination.
This is a mistake. I didn't do anything.
No, but you will. It's very important that you live.
After they find a quiet space, Reese tries to explain to Sarah what a Terminator is.
The Terminator's an infiltration unit. Part man, part machine. Underneath, it's a hyperalloy combat chassis.
He also tells her that this all started from a nuclear war caused by machines that were built to help, but instead started taking over. He tells her that the person who came to help was her unborn son named John Connor. Before he can say anything else, the Terminator comes back and the chase continues. The Terminator manages to get away, and Sarah and Reese both go under police custody. They begin questioning Reese, and of course, they don't believe a word that he's saying.
That's the year 2027.
That's right. And I was assigned to
This is fucking great.
And while Reese is out fighting for his life,
I'm fighting for my life.
the Terminator just breaks into somebody's house and starts stitching himself back together.
It's getting weird.
After he's done stitching himself up, he pulls up to the police station. Literally. Reese finds Sarah and they hop in the car and escape. While driving, the car that they're in runs out of gas, so they go and hide underground. There they begin to bond. He tells her that his first name is Kyle. He also tells her a little about her son, John. They call it a night and the next they head to a motel. At the motel, Sarah makes a call to her mother, but it turns out that the Terminator was imitating her mother's voice.
I love you, Mom. I love you too, sweetheart.
She tells him where she's staying, and of course, he makes his way down to them.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces past and I'm homebound.
Back at the motel, Sarah and Reese get even closer, if you know what I mean. And after they finish doing the do, the Terminator does what he does best, pull up. Sarah and Reese carjack some person and hit the road for another car chase. But lucky for them, this time the chase ends with the Terminator burning to death and Sarah and Reese going to live happily ever after. Psych, I'm just playing. The Terminator does the dead man get up and is now in his true robotic form. He chases them into a warehouse where Reese inserts a bomb into him, causing an explosion, killing Reese and the Terminator. Oh, psych again. The Terminator comes back alive and starts to chase Sarah, but she manages to hit a button that smashes him to death, and he dies for good this time. No, for real, no jokes. He dead.
You dead.
The movie ends with Sarah leaving her unborn child John a message detailing the events that took place and even tells him who his father is.
Will it affect your decision to send him here, knowing that he is your father? If you don't send Kyle, you could never be. God, a person could go crazy thinking about this. I suppose I will tell you. I owe him that. In the few hours that we had together, we loved a lifetime's worth.
I love the Terminator. When I was younger, I never even realized that it was a love story. But you know, as you get older, things start to get clearer than they were when you were younger. It also had a little touch of the slasher movie genre, which makes sense because the 80s was the slasher movie decade. So this film blended in all my favorite genres together, and that's why I love it so much. And before closing out, I want to give out an award. This award is for Best Kill, and it's gonna have to go to Ginger and her boyfriend. You gotta give it up for Ginger's boyfriend. Even though he was getting beat left to right, up and down, he was still getting back up trying to fight, and you gotta respect it. You gotta.
Whoa! Don't make me bust you up, man!
And that's my recap of the Terminator. If you made it to the end of this video, I would really appreciate it if you gave me a like and subscribe. And until next time, peace.